I completely replaced meeting note takers for free, and you can do this too. After meeting, you get a meeting follow-up, key takeaways, and suggestions with next steps. But because in my case I'm using AI second brain, I can also ask about all the meetings that happened completely in the past. For example, I just asked what we spoke with Short during our last meeting. Your last meeting with Short on June 5th focused on setting up and troubleshooting system integrations. And then I also get suggestions for next steps. Now I'm going to show you how to do this and why this solution solves one of the biggest problems in AI automations using Google Drive. By the way, you're going to find step-by-step instructions inside community with exact script that I'm going to share with you. After every meeting, Gemini in Google Workspace already generates notes. You don't have to pay additionally or process your video recordings, turn it into transcripts, and then from those transcripts, turn it into notes. Google already does all that job for you. So what we need is to create a trigger that once the meeting notes are already in your folder, that gets sent to your database. In my case, it's my AI second brain, Jarvis Jr. But the problem that we are trying to solve is you can't have immediate trigger on Google Drive modules. We can only run this module every minute, every hour. But what we want our automation to get triggered only when the new meeting notes arrive, because if you keep running this automation even every hour, it's going to keep processing files that are existing in your folder. Now, it's exactly the same problem in Make because Google Drive module, watch files in a folder, also has only the trigger for regular intervals, once a day, every day, and so on. First thing, and this is optional, but you can enable that your every Google meeting is recorded automatically, so you don't forget to click record. Of course, please inform people that you are in a meeting that this is going to be automatically recorded. Go to your admin or like Google Workspace settings and go to apps, go to Google Workspace, and here under Google Meet. And click anywhere on video settings and scroll down to see default video recording quality. You want it on. And automatic recording. Click here, make sure that there is a blue check mark here, and scroll down and find meeting transcript, also turn it on. After you selected video settings and turned on recording and also transcription, again under Google Meet, scroll down to Gemini settings. And you want to turn on Google AI note-taking on and also automatic note-taking on. Okay, now what you want to do is actually in your scenario, either N8N or Make, I'm going to demonstrate with Make, you want to have custom webhook. So add new webhook, name it, let's say Google Drive 2 and click Save. And now we get a link. So copy that to clipboard. We are going to need that later. In your Google Workspace, you want to go to scripts.google.com. And here you're going to see all the scripts that are custom running. So I have my Gemini Notes monitor. This whole script and setup I'm going to include in my community, but basically you would ask AI to generate you a script and explain the use case and go under code and you will paste the script in here. And then right here in the webhook, you will paste your webhook URL. So what I just copied, you would paste it here. The second thing that you are going to need is folder ID. And the folder ID is very easy to find. So for example, navigate to the Google folder where your meeting recordings are stored. And usually it would look something like that. It is a recording, so you have video, and also a document saying Notes by Gemini. To get folder ID, look at your Google URL and right after folders, after the dash, you would copy this whole string of letters and go to Gemini, go back to scripts and just paste it in here. In my script, I'm looking for files that are new, not all files. The only thing is that the way script sees that is actually PDF file. So if it doesn't find with Google files, enable in a script that it also looks for PDF files. And then I'm filtering for Notes by Gemini so that I only get, because I don't want to have chats also going as transcripts. Last thing you will have to do is to add service. So you click here, you click a plus sign, and under these API services, you choose Drive API and click Add. I'm not going to do that because I already have it. In a script that I'm going to provide, there is different functions. So you have also debugging, testing, webhook, a list of your items. So for example, you would click on the function list target files in a folder and then run. And that is going to execute. You see that it goes like, okay, this is a match because it is known by Gemini. However, these transcripts not a match because it doesn't say notes by Gemini and I don't want to process them, right? So once you tested your webhook, you would select main, for example, and just click run, and webhook is going to be monitoring and looking at this folder every single minute. And this is how it looks in my automation. So first we have a webhook that is receiving the information from the Google Drive from that folder. And then we need to get content out of that file. So we need to map a file ID that we are going to also receive the webhook. And then once you have that content, you send it to any place you want. In my case, it goes to my AI second brain. And this is the execution I just shared with you. So webhook sent the information and file ID. The Google Doc file received that file ID and extracted all the text content from the meeting. Then my AI second brain received it. So let me just show you the last bit, what happens in AI second brain. My AI second brain is actually vector store database, and it has different tables. So it has contacts, it has images, messages, and notes. So if I go in my notes, you will see that right now, the latest note that it received is meeting notes with Eddie. Then it stored all the whole contact of that meeting note and marked the note type as a meeting. Because it is intelligent AI second brain, it could look across contacts, my notes, messages, and even images. So now that meeting that I just had, my AI agent also is instructed to store the contact, the email information, add notes to Eddie's contacts. And this is exactly why I'm able just to send a message and say, hey, what was the meeting about? And I get all that context. And also it even looks in my long-term memory what are other messages that they sent to my AI second brain talking and mentioning short. I know that it's super specific and detailed, but I hope that it helps to reduce your note-taking cost. Let Gemini just do its job. It already does it, right? Stop burning operations or tokens, building automations. Actually, Google Script can do all that filtering for you. Store that information intelligently in your second brain directly the moment meeting ended. And you can take immediate action based on those meetings.